Who is Imane Khelif, and why is her Olympic boxing win marred by controversy? Algeria's Imane Khelif punches Italy Angela Carini during the women's 66 kilogram preliminary round match of the Paris Olympics on August 2nd. CNN, Algerian boxer Imane Khelif is at the center of the bitter controversy over her eligibility to take part in the Olympics after the opponent quit a fight in just 46 seconds. Khelif, 25-year-old light welterweight, landed a heavy first punch on Thursday's bout with Angela Carini from Italy, dislodging her chin strap. Subsequent blows pushed Carini back to her corner before she dropped to her knee. The match raised questions about Khelif's participation in 2023, a now discredited boxing regulator ruled her ineligible for women's tournament after she apparently failed what has been described as the gender eligibility test. But the International Olympic Committee called the IOC strongly supports her participation in the 2024 Games, with the IOC spokesperson Mark Adams saying she was born female, was a registered female, lived her life as a female, boxed as the female, has the female passport. This is not a transgender case, Adams added. Khelif has become a flashpoint for the often misinformed debate about how women were allowed to compete in sport, as Khelif prepares for her next fight on Saturday. Here's what to know. Who is Imane Khelif? Algerian Algeria's Imane Khelif is seen after defeating Italy's Angela Carini in the women's 66 kilogram preliminary boxing match at the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris on Thursday. Khelif is the accomplished amateur who won a silver medal at the International Boxing Association's World Championships in 2022. But in March 2023, Khelif came under the spotlight for another reason. The IBA disqualified her from the gold medal match, saying that the test showed that she did not meet the required necessary eligibility criteria and was found to have competitive advantages over other female competitors. The IBA, which was stripped of his recognition as the official boxing body for the Games by the IOC for corruption and financial related issues, also disqualified featherweight Taiwanese boxer Lin Yu-ting, boxer for the same region. The IBA did not say what tests the pair had been subjected to. The athletes did not undergo a testosterone examination but were subjected to the separate and recognized test whereby the specifics remain confidential, it said. The IOC spokesperson Adams dismissed the IBA's test, calling it arbitrary, and said the pair were disqualified by the IBA without any due process. Who's getting involved? Khelif has been subjected to the torrent of online abuse, with prominent anti-trans figures, right-wing commentators, and politicians incorrectly calling Khelif the man and using the controversy to fuel the wider cultural war around gender identity. The former US President Donald Trump, Elon Musk, J.K. Rowling, and social media influencer turned WWE wrestler Logan Paul have all weighed in. Watch this then explained why you were okay with a man beating a woman in public for your entertainment, Rowling wrote on X, amplifying misinformation about Khalif's gender. Italy's Giorgia Meloni, who was visiting Italian athletes in the Olympic Village on Thursday, said that the competition wasn't an equal fight. The right-wing Italian Prime Minister said that she has opposed allowing athletes with genetically male characteristics to compete against women since 2021. Many athletes have written in support of Khalif, including Irish boxer Amy Broadhurst, who fought and beat Khalif in the World Championships. Broadhurst posted a picture of the pair before their 2022 match on X, saying, "Please, the hate has been ridiculous." The controversy has not only overshadowed Khalif's victory, but also has implications for her privacy and safety. For example, in her home Algeria, freedom of self-expression is severely limited, and being gay or transgender is illegal. Still, the Algerian Olympic Committee has strongly defended their athletes, saying such attacks on her personality and dignity are deeply unfair, especially as she prepares for the pinnacle of her career at the Olympics. The COA has taken all necessary measures to protect our champion, it added. What do we know about sex testing? Sex testing in sport have come under scrutiny from groups like Human Rights Watch, who say that they violate a fundamental right to privacy and dignity. The sex test that the IBA said disqualified Khalif and Lin from competing in 2023 are confidential. So there is no way of knowing why exactly they were burned last year. Female athletes that have differences of sexual development called DSD are often subjected to such tests. Karib, however, has not said she has DSD. DSD is a group of conditions involving genes, hormones, and reproductive organs. And can be associated with a condition where the female body naturally produces more testosterone than others. DSD traits only become apparent at puberty when secondary sex characteristics such as facial hair, breast tissue, or distinct body shape start to develop. It is difficult to estimate how many people have a DSD trait. Many live their entire lives without ever knowing they have one. Scientists estimated as many as one out of every 50 people is born with the DSD trait. A person with DSD may have any gender identity. Ahead of the Paris Games, the IOC introduced new rules and regulations relating to athletes with DSD. The IOC rules saying that inclusion should be the default in such cases, and that athletes with DSD should only be excluded from women's competition if there are clear fairness or safety issues. The IOC reiterated Friday that all athletes competing in the boxing tournament comply with the competition's eligibility and entry regulations, as well as all applicable medical regulations. The IOC's Adams added, however, that he understood the concerns that have been raised around testing, fairness, and safety. Everyone wants a black and white explanation of how we can determine this. That explanation does not exist neither in the scientific community nor anywhere else, he said. or sex test in sport new, or policing of women's bodies in sport is nothing new, with the practice of systemic medical examinations starting around the 1936 Berlin Olympics. At the 1966 European Athletics Championships in Budapest, women underwent a visual examination of the genitals and secondary sexual features carried out by the panel of three women doctors. The exams has been referred to as nude parade. It was only in the 1990s when blanket sex tests were dropped by many major sport bodies, including the IOC in 1999, which now conduct medical evaluations on a case-by-case basis. South Africa's double Olympic 800 uh, 800 meters track champion Caster Semenya, who has naturally occurring higher testosterone levels associated with DSD, remains front and center at this debate. Since 2019, she has been barred from competing in certain competitions under World Athletics regulations, unless she takes medications to lower their testosterone levels. Earlier this year, she appeared on the European Court of Human Rights to continue her challenge against the sporting body. Over the last few years, as the debate around women's bodies in sport has grown, the governing bodies of athletics, cycling, swimming, and the rugby union have been tightening their regulations to exclude competitors who have gone through male puberty from women's events. CNN's Seska Bardum, Camille Knight, Natasha Magruder, and Elijah Eyangwi contributed reporting.